Good morning student, as in continuation with chapter number 4. So today in this video we are going to discuss about factors affecting development, which comprises of genetic factors and environmental factors. Now children, talking about the genetic factors, children, if you notice in your class, each individual tend to have different color of skin. Some are fair, some are British, some are light colored skins. Even they also vary in their physical appearance, height. Some are quiet, some are talkative. So children, the genetic transmission is a very complex. Most characteristics that we observe in humans are the combination of larger number of genes. So children, we cannot say only one particular gene is responsible for a particular individual's development, but all the genes are responsible for the change in an individual's. Now children, genetic factors, they contain the human genetic code. It is because of the human genetic code that the fertilized human eggs grows into a human baby and cannot grow into an elephant baby or bird or a mouse. So children, as an offspring, the characteristics which we inherit, it is all because of the genetic factors. And children, on the other hand, it is also not possible to possess all the characteristics made available to us by our genetic structure, which means it is not necessary that all the characteristics that we inherit, they are similar to the ancestors, but to a large extent we differ in our appearance. Now children, if we talk about the genetic factors, the genetic material of or a person's genetic heritage is known as genotype, whereas phenotype is the way an individual genotype is expressed in observable and measurable characteristics. For example, height, weight, eye and skin color, and many psychological characteristics, intelligence, creativity and personality. So children, the trait which can be observed and can be measured, it is known as phenotype. Whereas if we talk about genotype, not all of this genetic material is identifiable in our observable characteristics. So that is known as genotype. On the other hand, if we talk about the environmental factors, Scar in 1992 believes that the environment parents provide for the children depend to some extent on their genetic predisposition. So children, this could be understood by a simple example. For if parents are intelligent and are good readers, they would provide their children with books to read, and likely the outcome would be the children would become a good readers. And children, it is often seen that children themselves choose certain environments which are based on their genetic endowment. For example, because of the genotype, children may perform well in music, sports, and they will seek and spend more time in environments which will enable them to perform their musical skills. Similarly, an athlete would seek sports-related environment. So children, to a large extent, environmental factors also contribute to an individual's development. And children, the psychologist named Yuri Bonfenbrenner, according to him, development does not take in a particular area or in a particular stage of life. According to him, he believed that development takes place in socio-culture context, which means where we live, with whom we live. All these factors do contribute to the development of an individual. And children, Yuri Bonfenbrenner was a Russian psychologist who developed the theory named as ecological system. The theory was published in 1979, and he believed that every person is influenced by different environmental demands. And the theory emphasized the role of environmental factor in the development of an individual's, which consist of microsystem, mesosystem Exosystem, Microsystem, and Chronosystem. So these are the 5 environmental factors which contribute to the development of an individual. Now children, if we talk about microsystem, is the immediate environment in which the individual lives. It is in this setting where the child directly interacts with the social agents such as family, peers, school, and neighborhood. So these are the 4 important socialized agents for a child. Now children, if we talk about the another system named as Metasystem, it consists of relations between how parents are connected to the teachers. Metasystem is mainly concerned with the relationship with how parents are connected to the peers, friends, parents, and these experiences are likely to influence an individual relationship with others. All these relationship factors do contribute to the development of an individual. Now, another type of system which is known as exosystem includes events in the social settings where the child does not participate directly, but they influence child experiences in immediate context, which means the child is not an important or does not participate directly, but with whom he lives, like parents. For example, parents and mother are not having a good relation among each other. So all these factors do contribute to an individual's development, which may result in causing tension among child. The child might not be able to perform well in examinations because of the family issues. Now children, if we talk about the another type of system which is known as macrosystems, are the culture context not solely geographically or physically but emotionally and ideologically, which means culture in which an individual lives play a very important role in individual's development. Now children, the another type of system which is known as chronosystem, it includes those events in which socio-historical circumstances of the life such as divorce of the parents or parents' economic setback. So all these factors may have an adverse effect on the child. So children, according to the Yuri Bronfenbrenner, he believed that child development is largely affected by the complex world of which he or she is a part of, affect an individual's development. Children, as I have discussed about Yuri Bronfenbrenner contractual view of development, so kindly make note of this in your notebook.